Hey everybody, Richard here. Ooh. Probably need something sturdier, huh? Got an email from somebody asking a question. Hi Richard and Steph, my boyfriend and I have been talking about starting a YouTube channel for a while now. We have a clear idea of what kind of channel we want to run. However, he is really good at talking to everything and anything, and I find this really hard to do. I'm socially awkward and shy. Sometimes I love it, sometimes I hate it. Do you have any advice? What were your feelings when you first started your YouTube channel? Thank you so much for reading this. Any advice is appreciated. You guys are super awesome. Sincerely, Mary. In the beginning, I was really awkward in front of a camera, and what's funny about that is my mother bought us a video camera in the late 80s when I was in middle school, and we used to use it a lot. We didn't use it for YouTube style videos though. We literally thought just farting around and being totally stupid was the only type of videos that we could make. And all of the videos that we made in junior high, high school, and then I also brought the camera to college and we made some drunken late night videos that we like to watch but also are nothing like YouTube. I don't feel like it gave me any real experience because YouTube, especially now in 2015, has become so mainstream, I think. Some of the YouTube channels out there are super professional, and some of the YouTubers that started off in the beginning, 2008, 2009, 2010, and ended up amassing a ton of subscribers, they've upped the quality of their channels. So it feels like there's a lot of competition out there, and the truth is, there is a lot of competition. But that being said, I don't think it's too late to get into YouTube. I think it's actually still a really good time. But the window is sort of closing a little bit because people who are getting into YouTube nowadays do seem to know what they're doing, at least in terms of editing and camera and that sort of thing. You also wrote something else that I find interesting that I want to address. You wrote, I'm socially awkward even though my boyfriend likes to talk to anything and everything. This is the most important part of this whole video. Being comfortable in front of a camera is, I would say, honestly, 10 to 15% of everything that Steph and I do. It seems like it should be much higher of a percentage of YouTube video making and being a YouTuber to be comfortable in front of the camera, but really that's just a small portion of it. Good YouTubers don't let the audience know what's going on behind the scenes. And there's a lot going on behind the scenes. You have to have all the right equipment. I don't mean camera necessarily, but you gotta have a computer that can be strong enough to host editing software. And then the other thing is you have to know how to edit. So you can be really comfortable in front of a camera, but if you don't know how to edit, how do you ever get those videos made? A good example of this is my cousin Chantel has recently bought a computer and has been uploading videos to her channel. When she told us she wanted to start YouTube, we thought, oh great, we'll help you out if we can. And I remember her husband saying, she's always been so comfortable in front of a camera and always has wanted to be the star of the show or something like that. I'm paraphrasing. And I thought to myself, that's not really, what is it, Maki? That's not really as important as some of the other aspects that I think it takes to be successful on YouTube. That's one of them. But like most people think, the behind the scenes is way more mysterious still, even though YouTube seems so much more upfront than, say, TV or Hollywood movies. Anyways, long story short, she bought a computer, she learned how to edit on her own, and I'll link her channel below. You and everyone who's watching can go click her channel and subscribe to it. I suggest you subscribe. And you can see what it's like for a newer-ish YouTuber to make videos and just that whole journey. I think there's a lot of good information there, even if you don't like the content of her videos. Some of the most interesting videos that Steph and I watch sometimes are people who aren't comfortable in front of cameras. To solve that in your case, Mary, you just have to pretend like the camera's not there. Like there's a camera right here and there's nobody else in the room. There's nobody behind the camera. It's just right here. That does take a little bit of practice, but I think you'll eventually get that. But the harder part than that, to me, is the behind the scenes and not just learning how to edit, but also just your strategy. You said here also that you have an idea, what does it say? We have a clear idea of what kind of channel we want to run. I'd love to know what that idea is. You didn't have to tell me, and you didn't mention it. That's another part of YouTubing that these days you really have to have set out prior to really getting into it. For us, in the beginning, prior to making Korean drama videos, we didn't know what kind of videos we should make or what kind of videos that people would want to watch. And once we started doing drama videos, Steph and I were working together on something, and that not only made our experience more enjoyable, but it helped open up an audience of people that was looking that were looking for these sorts of videos, and therefore people started watching, and we were able to continue to brainstorm ideas to make new videos like it. And now we do Hallyu Back news, which we really enjoy doing, and a lot of people seem to enjoy watching. And I don't know how successful or unsuccessful this video is going to be, but I'm just giving it a shot. So even today, we're not sure which videos are going to be very successful, which videos are not going to be very successful. It's still all relatively new. If you think about YouTube, starting in 2005, this 2015, YouTube is 10 years old. That's a blip in time. I think one of the other keys besides knowing how to edit is not quitting. I was on YouTube earlier today watching a video by Casey Neistat, I think that's how you say his name, who's become one of the kings of YouTube vlogging. And the guy has an incredible following and really, really good videos. The video I was watching today, he was talking about and answering the same question that I'm trying to answer. He did it in a slightly different way, but the thing I took away from it, which is something that has become our philosophy, is don't quit, no matter what. You can try and fail, but you just gotta keep trying, and eventually you will be successful. You guys do seem to be different, and that is very similar to the way Steph and I are. Lots of people notice these days when they meet us how different Steph and I are. And maybe it's obvious on videos and maybe it's not. Occasionally in our personal life it's frustrating that we're different, but actually it plays into what we do well, because she covers the things that I'm not good at, and me vice versa with her. And it seems that you and your boyfriend are sort of similar, not necessarily similar to us, but have a similar vibe in your relationship where you're two different people, and that can play very well on camera, even if you don't think so. So if you want to do a YouTube channel, give it a shot. If you actually try YouTubing, make sure you send me some of your first videos so Steph and I can watch them and ask us what you think. I'd love to check them out. I hope this video was also helpful for anybody else watching. Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already and you're watching this. Also click the like button if you found any of the information in this video helpful. And we'll see you next time. That's it, I'm out of here. Hasta luego.